please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Idubbzzz and Ethan Klein. Why? Because the Chris Chan video didn't do so well yesterday, and I, like every creator, need views. Smash the like. I had seen over the weekend and today a number of clips being shared to Twitter concerning Idubbzz's next, perhaps, content constable? Sorry, cop for him. I don't do content constable anymore. We also have clips concerning his political views, his wife's as well, or husband's, depending on who wears the trousers. Pretty sure it's her. And also the friendship, or how far the friendship went, how true and real it was with Ethan Klein, who had also responded to that. Over the weekend also I was watching a Chris the Narc stream, who had mentioned if you ever appear in Idubbzz's chat on Twitch, if he knows of you, you get banned. Yeah, that didn't take long, did it now? I'm impressed that he is so bitter and salty with the limited numbers he gets that he would seek to try and, I would say, protect his echo chamber so much from all those horrible mean people that say horrid mean things to him on the internet. It's cute. So to the first video, Content Cop, shared on Twitter via Drama Alert.
Because I've been streaming every day for the past 30 days, tomorrow is my first rest day. So on my rest day, I'm going to plan and prepare and research my next video.
Can we go back to the days where you had newspaper scrapping on the wall and you were just making jokes at the expense of food reviews, critics of food reviews, other random bits of tech? Because ever since you've delved further and further into politics, you've started to look more and more like a cancer patient. Also, since we know the kind of research you do, and I say that because I went through the PPP Andy Warski video you did, I would argue your ability to be objective and do proper research with any level of integrity is limited. I may not have a leg to stand on with the viewership I get these days, but you don't have a leg to stand on because you have no integrity. For somebody like you who thinks of themselves so highly, with their integrity that is, and with your change as a person to become more empathetic and loving, you'd think integrity would matter.
And I have an announcement to make. It's gonna be content cop. No, I'm kidding. It's not, but it might be.
So this is easy to deduce. If it's going to be a content cop, it'll either be on Kino Casino, even though you've already covered them in a video already, proving you didn't do any research at all, or it'll be another soft target, and this is not a dig at the person, but it's a bit obvious. It'll be Zzzombrocolli. Why? Because Zzzombrocolli annoys Hassan Piker, and you want to remain in Hassan's good books for any kind of relevancy it can give you. And in before someone says, but Zzzombrocolli is not a soft target. Actually, yes, Zzzombrocolli is. The backlash will be definitive, yes. But it's easier to compile information on somebody who a lot of their negative habits and traits and contradictions are known on the internet. Additionally, with the passing of Zzzombrocolli's father, Ian is known for punching down. Ian will take full advantage of that and prove he has no smidge, no molecule, atom, Higgs boson, no iota of compassion, or kindness, or respect. Zzzombrocolli becomes a soft target compared to somebody he has to put any effort into because, again, it's all out there, making that video remarkably easy to compile. Let me do it for you, Ian, so it's nice and short. Re, house is messy. Re, you don't bathe. Re, and that's it.
I've been thinking about it lately. I've been thinking like, all right, I can do some of my sweet videos, but there is also like I feel like there's a desperate need. There is a need to make some of these videos. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like there's so many pieces of shit out there.
Well, between fulfilling orders for DoorDash, why don't you do that? My firm belief is when your channel is in decline, you need to be more proactive. Granted, with what I've been going through of late, I don't believe that is applicable for someone of my size. But for somebody of your channel size, being more proactive could be beneficial. It could be beneficial because you can make more money instantaneously and then you could, have a retirement plan in place. And it could offset the fact that you are not the breadwinner in the family anymore. That would be Anissa's parents. But generally hard work does pay off, and if you have a backbone or a spine or you pay any attention to what you're doing, then you should do all these videos regardless. You really should. Don't be surprised if he makes one on the commentary community that despises him just cause, or does one explicitly on Ethan's wife.
And I just don't feel like people are doing enough about these pieces of shit. And obviously it would never be what it used to be exactly, because a lot of that was very like populist, where it was making content cops and videos on people that, yeah, sure, maybe deserved it. You know, Keemstar, the most deserving. But I want it to be about things that actually matter to me, or people who I think are, you know, doing what I deem more serious harm and, you know, are worthy of.
So what I gathered from that was there's more chance of a content constable from me than there is a content cop from you. I firmly believe anyone and everyone can have a video done like that on them, and if it's populist BS, go for it. Populism as a political idea has been growing of late, whether it be left-leaning or right-leaning populism. It's quite a polarizing populism, isn't it now? If you're going to say you're going to do something, or speculate you're going to do something, alright, either you do or you don't. It's not really a maybe. You say Keemstar is the most deserving of content cop. Couldn't disagree more. I think Jinx was the one, because they outright stole content. And many reaction channels still do it. That's why 3 of them are being sued by your old friend. To the next video we talk about, or go to, the discussion about friendships and political beliefs with Hassan Piker.
I was always leftist. Like, that's one thing that's actually true. Like, a lot of people get right on the internet, is that I had a very different political position from Ian.
You'll be glad to know then, Anissa, that the majority of the internet, based on how you looked back then, nose ring theory was certainly relevant, knew that you were a leftist from the offset. It was a bit too obvious. That's not necessarily a bad thing, by the way. I genuinely couldn't care less where you vote, what your ideas are, until they're bad ideas, like the ones espoused by the person you've been sucking off.
When I met
being
him,
raised Muslim and being raised Muslim and Canadian.
But I think also on top of that, because I met Hassan in 2016, we did like
Some might say being raised Muslim and or Canadian is a positive and or a negative depending on your interpretation, and in reality I couldn't care less. I don't care the faith you were raised in, because you, the individual, have a right to walk away from that if you so choose to, or should so choose to. Your nationality, well, Canada's in a bit of a mess right now, so you know what? Enjoy that one. Mark Carney's doing such a great job from what I've been told. Meeting Hassan in 2016 is an interesting one, because Hassan in 2016 and Hassan in 2025 are nowhere near the same person in reality. 2016 Hassan was still newer to the internet. Hassan in 2025 is jaded and midlife crisis in his mid-30s, and angry with far too many things.
Name's Austin. Real name's Austin.
Austin Show.
Austin Show, and we were talking politics, and it was the first time that I had met somebody that got it. And I think that, like, I fell in love with Ian because I think, yes, he had a certain idea of how the world worked, but I could like, you had a ton of empathy. You cared deeply about people and things. You just had a very...
I could believe that Ian is a very empathetic person, and that what we saw in the videos was a character. I can really believe that. I guess it's a shame then that the veil was lifted and we saw the real person, because the real person sucks. His wife's bit on the side's penis. You can have all the empathy in the world and be politically neutral, left, right, centre, it doesn't matter. You could be apathetic and be any political belief at all. In fact, any belief system of any kind you can associate with, who cares? How you implement that or employ it within what you present is what matters. For the internet, Ian was vaunted at a point. To see what he has become is a fascinating, well, it could be a case study one day, couldn't it? The story of a man that went from virgin to cuckold in 5 years. Went from top, creme de la creme of commentary, all the way down to Twitch streamer to pay the bills.
Warped. I was super warped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like when people kind of outreach the hand for you, it helped you realize that, like, okay, these concepts are not... It's more... I don't know who I am yet. And I feel like you're figuring out who you are now more, but you've always cared.
Yeah.
Another common gripe aimed at Ian is the fact that if in their relationship anyone changed, it wasn't Anissa, as if she was always in the right and Ian's mere existence was always wrong, and that to really get the better Ian out, his empathy needs to be what we see. Yet that very empathy has been called into question because he clearly doesn't have it when you don't share his political beliefs. Today's October the 7th, a very significant day for somebody that was once his friend, and for many people around the world who realise what happened since is a direct consequence of such. You may not agree with me on that, but let's face it, straw camel's back broke. Please, don't try me. In the case of Ian, that empathy went out of the window, because why be a man and talk to those you disagree with when you could be an arsehole instead? Turns out, much like the videos of old, it was easier for you to be an arsehole under the guise of empathy than actually be empathetic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's like the basis that a lot of people see in the content cops, is they see a lot of passion and a lot of care in their own way, right? It's like...
Not in the Ethan Klein one. Not in the Leafy one, Jinx one, Keemstar one. Actually, I'd include Rice Gum as well. There wasn't passion or compassion or care. It was very much a let's slam dunk the crap out of these people. At the time they were released, you were the one that did it first. Anything since was just a rehash, except for the Ethan Klein one. That just proved the point. You don't have anything nice to say, so you have to just keep on talking. While it can't be argued the video did well on views, who you chose to align with shows just how far you have fallen. The third clip concerns friendship, or more importantly, the friendship with Ethan Klein.
Forgot what year we're in. It's 2021. You can't shit talk your best friend and just act like it's all sunshine and rainbows. That's not gonna happen. I don't know what world they're living in.
But anyway, doing some shit, but I mean, call me his best friend.
No lie, I thought you two were. You'd done that Rice Gum diss track when diss tracks were popular. It was very funny. It was the very first YouTuber-based song I'd ever bought, because a friend of mine who advised me to make the Amberlin Reed first content constable I'd ever done, she'd recommended I check out the content cop on Rice Gum, or Asian Jake Paul as it was called. It was interesting. It was a very good time for creators. I wasn't as big on Ethan Klein. I found your videos more engaging, but it can't be denied Ethan's content was quite good as well. You two were thick as thieves. That can't be denied.
Even jokingly, right? If he's being like hyperbolic, then it still means something, doesn't it? It still means something to me. Bye. You know, dumbass, weirdo, freak, loser, stink, low IQ, caveman, virgin.
This all came about because of an individual called Ian calling into question the veracity of their friendship over the years. It's a strange thing for someone to revise their own history when there is a lot of content that exists outside of their own channel where they removed it that proves how close they were. And the fact that a lot of it had in fact been confirmed by Ian over the years and Nisa over the years when things had gone wrong. Bit tragic really, isn't it?
Let's see, Idubbzzz, blah blah blah. All the times Anissa glazed us on social media, these are great to review. Anissa, who's never liked us, yet despite coming on our show all the time, saying that the H3 community is the last same place on the internet, and she loves them so much because they're so supportive of her.
Well, that would certainly imply a level of two-faced, wouldn't it? And many people are like that. Many creators are snakes. It's why I don't generally make it a point to associate with many anymore. There are a few that I will, though, because they've proven time and time again they have morals and conviction and they stand by what they believe. Not many now, though, because the vast majority are snakes. Turns out, it's a humanity thing. Who'd have believed it? Am I right, folks? Anissa being a shitty person, though, not a surprise.
Says, I'm so excited. This is from 2023. I'm so excited to go on the H3 podcast again. My socials get a lot more fun and welcoming after the last time I was invited on because I got so many new followers from it, and literally all of you are so nice.
Well, this would lead me to believe that it was no longer lucrative to gain new followers. That is, back then wasn't she doing only Fupa Fibro found adult film actors? Perhaps she may have gotten a new subscriber or two. You never know these days. Or it's also possible, based on how things have changed in 2023 to now, 2 years ago to be exact, how people's politics would also shift with it. And because of how YouTube is, I can't state what happened then that led to where we are now. It's a fascinating series of events, I'll give you that though, especially seeing the hypocrisy within politicians as well. Online social media influencer types, not surprised in the slightest. Now, with everything we discussed, I'd love to know what you think. please do let me know in the comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to share it. It helps the channel immensely. Thank you very much. If I don't see you on Twitch, Rumble, Kick, or here later, have a great day and thank you for listening.